like a jawline. Initially, I thought I just needed chin lipo, but turns out it was a whole structural thing. So we went with the chin implant and like neck contouring, and also did the buccal fat. It's personalized anyways, so I feel like if you can take one facial feature and be able to enhance it or do whatever you need to do, you just got skills.
Ben Coughlin, double board certified facial plastic surgeon. I had a patient recently say to me, I didn't know Western doctors did that many Asian patients. So I do a lot of Asian patients. Now can be a little controversial. There's certain types of people that like certain types of procedures. You know, the Asian anatomy, and anatomy follows genetics. Genetics are what are set by our ancestors. So it's just how it works. Asian anatomy, typically broad zygoma, short ramus of the mandible. So what that leads to is it kind of pouches this buccal space all together, so they can tolerate having the buccal fat pad sculpted. Also, if you see this article, in some Asian populations, or in many Asian populations, the buccal fat persists over time and actually gets bigger over time. So for those reasons, the buccal fat pad sculpt in Chicago is a really important procedure for many Asian patients.
I healed really fast, great experience, everything looks good. If you are committed and you want to do it, it's a pretty easy process.
Now I'm going to run through some patients and I'll show you how and why I did what I did. So look, this is pre, this is post. You can see just a little sharper, a little more slender, and again, with some Asian anatomy, with that thicker skin and that thicker subcutaneous layer, you can be more aggressive in the buccal fat with somebody like this. Frontal view, a little bit more of that V, little sharper. She had a little bit of a squareness, a little bit of a roundness, and we got it a little more V. Same kind of procedure. Buccal fat pad and a little chin sculpting. So this was actually a small chin implant. I can do it with filler, but the chin implant is permanent, so you can take a square round face and just V it just a little bit. You take a little volume from here, you add a little volume from there. You know, facial redistribution, facial fat, facial volume redistribution, I've been studying now for 12 years. It really, you take volume from one area, put it in another area, and it just changes the whole way the face can look. Pre here, post there, but anyways, I did masseter Botox in her. She had massive masseter muscles. That's the one here at the angle of the jaw. It adds a lot of volume. Asian patients, Asians genetics, Asians anatomy, that's a bigger muscle than many other populations. This one's a little more classic, augmented, straightened the chin a little bit, and of course created that contour posterior and laterally. This is almost like a facial etching. You see people do that abdominal etching where they really take that fat to kind of create contour. We did that here in this gal. Another one, contouring, sculpting, just making things a little smoother, a little sharper. She had that roundness, we're just defining it, just giving some more definition, some more contour, a sculpted look. Okay, this is a guy. I do a lot of guys. They don't all let me posted, so these are a really good outcome from a man. Again, buccal fat Chicago style, giving his chin a little more structure because that ramus and body of the mandible can be small in some of these patients. So if you just augment it, it gets him a little bit more of that V, a little bit more of a sharpness. Now, he wanted a little more square look, so that's what we gave him. Okay, boom. Look, you know, not a huge change, but just a little more contour. Pre here, post there. You're seeing a round or square. Get a little bit more of that V, that sharpness. Boom, same thing. She looks like she lost weight. She didn't lose any weight. We threw her down the Chicago River. I mean, she did lose weight because I took it off of her, but she didn't lose it naturally. She had a little help from her friends. Boom, don't get much better than this. Here, buccal, obviously. And then again, the chin augmentation. I didn't do anything, we didn't take away any bone or any V-line, any big cutting the bone. The reason I don't like that is because then the skin can sag. So the V-line surgery can work in some people, but you take away that structure, it could be a really bad thing. I think the Asian jawline is beautiful if you get it to pop. So that wideness there, a lot of people pay for that wideness. You just gotta be able to show it. You want it to pop through. When people find out a doctor that does something good, it kind of auto-selects the people that have that problem. Those anatomies select a certain population, and those are the ones that end up seeing me. So if you have those problems, we can help. You find a surgeon you trust, you're clear with your goals. When those line up, we make happy patients. Okay, all you gotta do is subscribe. You're gonna feel hotter as soon as you press the button.